Yeah, big 16-pound sledge on that pole a couple of times would probably take care of it. You guys moved?
Yes, we did. We had D.U.M.
Well, I've got it here. There's somebody nearby.
I wonder if they ever found out.
Well, now I reckon I ought to tell you a story about a little office that handles things nobody else will. You know, a supernatural, super unnatural, hauntings, hexes. The whole list is rather long, and we don't have near enough daylight for that. What you need to know is this. Ain't no script here. We make it up as we go. Music, sounds, etc. It's all produced for you live, like magic. And it being a scary story and all, I'm assuming it will have all the things scary stories do. But I'm just guessing here, because of it being improvised and all. Alls I know is with this cast, well, it's probably going to be brutal, violent, and have enough moral decay to make our therapists quit. You got one of those, right? Good. So use your brain, okay? It's going to be scary, strange, and dumb as hell. Oh, f*** off, you. You know what I hate? Well, hate's a strong word. Let's call it a pet peeve. A mild, philosophical rash. I can't stand when people start a story like everyone's tuned into the same frequency of reality. You know, once upon a time, like time hasn't been caught falsifying its own reports for decades. Oh, you know what else gives me a little bit of a philosophical rash? When someone telling a story makes a pop culture reference to explain something and leaves it. Doesn't offer any further explanation for those who don't know it. With that in mind, did you ever see the show Heroes? Come out 2004, 2006, depending on your whenabouts and whenceline. Anyway, good show. Oh, if you are from the line where the show stayed good the whole time, I am so envious of you. But anyway, we're starting that way, kind of. 4 people, 4 perfectly normal, decently suspicious human beings who, at roughly the same time, but not at all, you'll understand in a minute, I promise, and I don't make those lightly, all realized without a doubt that something was wrong with their perception of the world. And 2 things tend to happen when that happens. It either has to change or you break. Now, I'm showing you these moments because later, and it'll make more sense, but my aha moment, the moment I figured it out, it led me back here. So pay attention because I missed it the first time around. Okay, don't rub it in, all right? Now, sometimes I'm going to be talking to you like I'm talking to you now. They're going to be talking to you like I'm talking to you now. And other times you're going to hear conversations we had all together without you. It's all very odd and liminal, but you'll get the hang of it. So take a breath, check your watch, make sure the second hand's still moving in the direction it normally moves in. For me, that's to the right. From here on out, baby, nothing's quite where or when it's supposed to be. Now picture this. A man in about his late 30s. It's raining. Maybe a light drizzle. And he's standing down the street from a house. Jim, I don't think I ever asked you. You don't drive, right? Okay, yeah, that's fair. Okay. Well, so then how did you get here? This is far from where...
If I'll be honest,
All right. I'd like it if you were honest, going forward. Okay, so, we're standing outside of somebody's house, right? Somebody you need to question and talk to?
that's right.
And how long have you been standing out here, waiting?
Been pacing up and down this street for about an hour now. I don't know how I'm going to do it. I don't want to come off as crazy. But I guess I've already proved them. They're watching me now. Maybe I am just crazy.
Wait, who's watching you?
I can see it. People have gotten the attention. See them looking through their window. They know who I am. They just don't know what I want to ask them. Or maybe they do. I don't know, I'm confused.
I'm also confused, but I'm here for it. Things change and shift and move all around all the time. Can we go back to maybe when you first talked to them? Before they knew who you were? Before you came back?
Well, before it all, those were happier times. It was a warm welcome, happy embrace. I was a bit nervous. Certainly not as nervous as I am now, which is strange.
Wait a
I
second.
remember it like it was yesterday.
Oh, sorry. You go ahead. I'll ask my question in a second.
No, I'm rambling. My head is as foggy as a Stamford afternoon after a heavy rain.
Did they live
Right
at the
when
same place? You know, you remember
Yeah.
meeting them, right? You remember the warm welcome. Was it the
I
same
do.
house?
I think. I don't know. Everything's so fuzzy nowadays, but was it a dream or did it happen? This house is familiar and it has to be. But you know, it's one of those things where not 100%. I wish I was.
Yeah. It's all right. I think the more time you spend away from that, the harder it might get to remember those details. But she slipped you a note, didn't she?
She did.
And what about that situation made you believe?
Maybe believe in what?
Well, I mean, that something was wrong, because, I mean, it wouldn't have showed up to you if you didn't have some seed of doubt or belief, depending on how you look at it, one way or the other, right?
It's a funny thing. Yeah, it all seems so normal, but yeah, when I came back home, the whole world got flipped upside down. But I still have the note. It's the one tangible thing that grounds me.
You
I'm
still
to believe
have
that
it?
this is the truth. I do.
Can I see it? You don't have to show me, actually. You don't have to show me right now. At some point,
I'd
I'm going to
rather
ask to
not.
see that note. Maybe it's best that we don't observe it here anyway, yet.
You know, I have it actually taken out of my pocket.
Yeah,
Give
don't.
it a second read.
Yeah, don't do that. It might be gone or it might say something different. So maybe just don't. Okay,
I'm
back.
just afraid that if I take it out, it's going to be something different, or if I take it out, I'll never get to put it back in the pocket where I've kept it these years.
That's good instinct, Jim. It's real good instinct. But let's back up a little bit again. What led you here?
Her disappearance.
Yeah, but why? Why then? Right? Because if you'd been to the house, you'd seen them, you'd met them before, why did the switch happen then? You see what I'm getting at? I'm trying to find out when you went, if that makes sense, right? So you'd met so was it when you were shipped off, or was it after that? You see what I'm getting at, Jim?
It was after. That's when things didn't add up. That's when I realized I was living two separate realities.
Okay. One
before and one after. And now I'm trying to figure out which one's the real one, which one's the truth.
Oh, they're both real. It's just which one, is your whence line, which is where you originated from.
Oh, let's not be too sure about that. You can't leave anything decided. There's always open ends. But being here might help bring some closure, at least get me closer to an answer. What I'm looking for. At least that's what I hope. At least to confirm that my experiences before, I got shipped off. Or at least weren't a lie.
Do you remember anything from before? Like, what was your life like then?
Of course I remember. I would think about it all the time. It was a easygoing existence. I was really just living each day, wondering where I'd end up. I didn't have much of a goal. But then all that changed when I bumped into her one day. Just by sheer coincidence. She popped into my life. I'd never seen her before, but she's dominated it since.
Careful with that word. A C word. Use it too many times. It's like a curse. Anyway, do you remember first meeting her, bumping into her? What's the story there?
Well, I just got out of a diner, had my usual large bowl of chili and a big old pot of coffee. I know it's not the ideal diet, but I was working at that time as a writer, or an aspiring one, doing my own independent journalism. And around the corner, next to the library, I bumped into her.
Literally?
It was out of nowhere. Really, that's the strange thing about it, is I didn't see anything in my peripherals. It's like, turn the corner, 1 second, there was nothing, and then next second, I'm on my butt, and there she is too, her books scattered across the floor. I helped pick them up and didn't even so much as glance at her until the last book was stacked in her hands, and our eyes met, and it's a profound feeling, like I had known her my entire life, and yet at the same time, it was the first time I met her, and I could see that same spark in her eyes. And, that changed me. In an instant, my life suddenly took a different trajectory, and I'm not sure how to explain it.
I think you did a good job just now.
I didn't really have a choice. It's just one of those moments in life. You go about walking along with your own thoughts in your mind of how your life will be and how it's going, and your own worries for the day, and then suddenly it's all gone. And then something new. Something mysterious, something interesting, something you always felt was meant to be. But then it only opened the door to more questions.
Well, not yet, right? I mean, at the time when your whole trajectory changed, you were none the wiser. It wasn't until you came back that it made you reflect on this moment, kind of like we're doing right now, how I said we're going to start here, because later, then everything clicks. This is it. Well, it's like that, right? So I think let's talk about when you came home, when you found out. How did you find out?
Well, summer of 1945, we were returning home, and I got the hero's welcome. patted me on the back and said you did good. And all I could think about was seeing her. That note in my pocket was all I had some days. And when I finally arrived at my house, there was no one there. It was empty. And the further I dug, the more questions I had. It seemed that no one had any answers. No one could tell me what happened. And that's when I realized that something was very wrong. That I had been living a lie. Or at least something that I thought was reality but really wasn't. That's when everything shifted.
I didn't want to interrupt you, but you said that note in my pocket, and this happens sometimes when you first enter the office and start solving things. Things start moving around in your own mind. You meant letter, right? Letters? She wrote you letters. The note came later with her mother. Right?
Mm-hmm. That's right.
Okay. It's okay. Things move around all the time. How many letters did she write you? Do you remember?
She wrote me 5. It's all that they could get by, and it was difficult. The supply chain in that area wasn't too good. But I managed to get 5.
Okay. And
but I was told one didn't make it.
okay, so we have a missing letter. Okay. I hate to ask you this, Jim, but were they dated, these letters?
They were. Every one of them.
And after her, after when they say she...
Yeah. Still the same dates.
Okay.
They never changed.
And the letters themselves, they never changed in the feeling or the way. There was never any hint that maybe it wasn't her writing that? No?
I know her writing.
Yeah. I'm not saying you don't. I'm just saying... No, I'm just doing my due diligence.
I know. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to get defensive, but
Oh, it's okay.
I know her writing. I'm sure of it. We even have her inside jokes.
And she made some of those still?
Oh, yeah.
And was there anything in there that seemed like she was trying to talk to you in code? Give you some sort of clue?
I did wonder that. Times were tough, and everything was very heavily regulated. My superiors told me that we shouldn't be writing about what was going on because of morale. That it'd be better off if they didn't know what was going on. So they were inspected before they were shipped off. And I did let her know, in my own subtle way, that they were being monitored. But she never said anything that made me believe she meant something else. It was never there.
We'll get to the bottom of this, Jim. I can't promise you when, because, it has a way of doing things itself, but we will. But when you came home and the place was empty, walk me through the next part. I mean, did you notify the police?
Naturally.
Okay,
My first thought was she ran off. And I would have thought that too if it weren't for some suspicious details.
like what?
The door was locked on the inside, and all the windows as well. And I know that sounds strange, but there's a bolt lock that we have in our front door because it never closed right. The hinges were always off, and I was meaning to get that repaired. She wrote me a letter about it. She was bringing groceries in, and she kicked the door in a little too hard, and the poor old house couldn't take it, knocked it off its hinges, so the lock wouldn't align, so she had a bolt lock on the inside. And everything was locked on the inside. There's only one door. I know it sounds strange, but we only had one. There was no way that she didn't leave, because inside everything was set up as if she was ready to start her day. Her slippers by the bedside.
Yeah, I remember reading about that.
Everything in the fridge was spoiled. She was a picky eater. She only ate the certain stuff, and the paper.
Yeah.
Still there. But what was odd was the paper was just a week before I got there. It didn't make any sense.
Well,
why would she leave just a week before I was about to get there?
Yeah, that is weird. But that is when they said she disappeared, right? It was like a week after you left or something?
A week after I left.
Yeah.
But the paper was a week before I arrived.
Okay. So it was like she was still getting newspaper and like she was still writing you letters and getting your letters. See, that's what gets my goat, right? Is she's writing you these letters, you're writing her back. She'd have to be at the house to get them because it's not like you're mailing him somewhere else.
Precisely.
So what the hell?
And I don't know. But that was her. All of those letters. And the last one, it was her. Because it was the last one before we were about to head out. I remember. That was when the papers announced it was over. And I'd be coming home. And that was the last letter I got.
How spoiled was the food? Was
it
it
had been
like,
in there for years.
Okay, that's something, Jim. Right? Because
it is.
The food seems to be as old as they claim her disappearance was, but the newspaper is recent. Her letters are recent. Let's not forget that detail.
Mm-hmm.
Now, when you found out, the paper said that you didn't think that she left, that you refused to acknowledge that. And I mean, I know that's like you telling me your first thought was that she left. I believe you. I'm just saying, with that whole feeling and everything that you said you had, was it actually your first thought?
It crossed my mind. I was worried.
Yeah.
I'd heard it happen all before.
Yeah.
I've seen the same sweet letters come in from others, and I'd heard the stories, but I should have never doubted, and I hated the fact that that ever sprang in my mind. But it was only a brief moment, because I couldn't explain any other. That was the only rational thing, you know?
You don't need to justify your thoughts, Jim. You don't have thoughts, they happen to you. All right? So don't feel badly about thinking a logical thing.
But afterwards,
yeah,
I refused to believe that she left. The whole town chalked it up.
Yeah.
So yeah, she just left. She left a week after I left for my training in Louisiana. That's what they said. She was long gone by the time I finally made it to those beaches in Normandy and hiked up to Hurtgen Forest. And that's when I needed her the most. And she got me through that. don't believe that she ever left. But everyone says that she did. They didn't see hide nor hair of her. And I don't get that. Unless the whole town is in on some sort of secret they dare not tell me, something doesn't add up. That can't be true.
There's a detail that stands out to me. What can you tell me about Roses? Does she like to garden?
She did. It's funny, her last name is Fiori, which is flowers. And true to it, she had a green thumb. I had a knack for killing just about any plant that I'd even look at. I was then barred from the garden because I kept killing the herb garden. Just never was good, but she had a green thumb. She loved roses, and I thought, I can't grow them, but I can certainly get them for her. I wouldn't get her a bushel of roses. I would get her the seeds because she knew how to grow them. And I figured, what a beautiful thing to watch something grow. It starts so small and then it flourishes into something beautiful. And it's something we can watch together.
Her last name just reminded me of her parents, and I realized we got distracted. Do you mind if I ask you about meeting them the second time? The time she slipped you the note?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
What drove you to that point?
Drove me to where I am now.
Well, yes. Yeah, where you are now, standing in the street, pacing back and forth. What brought you here?
What brought me here is to figure out if this is an answer to my questions. I guess I'm doubting myself if this even ever happened. If this is all some sort of dream. And maybe with this, I can accept maybe it never was.
What are you hoping their reaction is going to be? Are you hoping that they are like, no, we know she's still out there? And are you hoping they're like, give you some sort of clue that she's out there and they know she's okay, but she just left you? Or what if they think she's dead? Is that not going to hurt you?
It's the damnedest thing. Because I know either one is going to hurt me like hell. I wish for the third option. When you flip a coin, it's not heads or tails. In that moment, it's nothing and both. And that's where I am. I've been suspended, but I know as soon as it lands, I'm going to have to accept it.
Go on. Knock then. Just a second. And then the door opens. Hello? Oh. How can I help you?
My name is Jim. Jim Ricci.
Okay.
I know this sounds strange, but, do you remember me?
No, I can't say that I do. Do I know you from church?
No, ma'am, I'm, just, private investigator. Sorry, just working on a case that, you've heard of that recent disappearance of Miss Beatrice Fiore in Stamford? You aware of that case?
No, I can't say that I am. Honey? Let me just get my husband. I'm sure he can help you more than I can.
Right. And,
you have a photo? Is this someone that we might know?
Well, I have the paper, and, I thought I'd start here because, I noticed, your last name is Fiore as well. I know, Carmen, you know. And I am well aware that, Ellis Island had us, changed into a more common name. A lot of people ended up with Fiore, and I with Ricci, but maybe it's just a coincidence that you share that last name. I figured that you were her parents. At least that's what my analysis and research had showed.
Is this a joke?
No, ma'am, this is completely serious.
Let me see that paper.
Here you are. It's from a couple of years ago, but that was the talk of the town. Almost made state news.
I need you to leave.
I'm sorry, did I offend
Before
you?
my husband gets here.
Ma'am, do you know her?
No, I don't know who that is. But I know my daughter went missing at 6. And you need to leave.
Ma'am,
Right now.
What? Thank you for your time. And I don't know if you want to keep the paper or not. I have copies at home.
I do not want to keep that paper.
I'm sorry.
May God have mercy on your soul.
You as well.
When did you notice the note was in your pocket?
You know, I was in my foxhole. And I had my reasons for not having my wits about me, but person I was sharing that den with mentioned that mail had come in, and I remember reaching in my pocket and reading it. I don't ever remember getting that letter. I remember the other times, but I don't remember that. And I read it. And that got me through. It got me through the rest of that hell. But at that moment, there was a lot going on. I don't want to go into it. But let's just say I had a hard time grounding myself to reality. And even when I returned from that war, it was so sparsely talked about. I mentioned it and no one had an idea about what I was talking about. They said they hadn't heard of it. I said, "You're crazy. I've not heard." "How do you not know?" Not a single person heard. About the 28th or the 9th, about what they went through the 11th. No one knew how bad it was. That I even began to wonder if it ever even happened to begin with. And that note, that moment when I got it, I didn't know if that was real or not. And that's why it's still in my pocket. And I haven't taken it out since.
I'm confused again. Are we talking about the note or the letter or both?
Sorry. The note. That's right.
It's all right.
To come here. Yeah. Then I don't understand why I got it. Just to hear this. Told me to come here. This would answer my question, and now I'm left with more questions. Because it wasn't a yes, it wasn't a no. It was something in between. And now it has me even more dedicated to finding out what's going on.
It's funny like that. Answers. We beat ourselves up thinking, well, it's going to be this or it's going to be this. And oftentimes, so often, it's something we didn't even think about. So.
Sometimes it's both.
Sometimes it's
and
both.
nothing.
Yeah.
At the same time. But I haven't settled on that yet. I think there's still a trail on this. There's a reason why I was supposed to come here.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. We'll figure it out. I'm just wondering, like, when it decided to, recruit you, I guess. What the moment was. Was it when you got the first letter? Was it when you came home and realized she was gone? Was it when you went to meet her parents who said she died at 6? And or was it after when you went you went digging up pictures of this 6-year-old, right?
Didn't make any sense.
Yeah, because she looks the same, right? Imagine so, otherwise she wouldn't have reacted that way. Her mother, She didn't write
It doesn't make any.
Yeah.
It doesn't make any sense. And the funny thing is, I don't know. It might have even happened while I was gone.
It just might be the case, Jim.
We'll get down to the bottom of this.
We will. But for day, this was enough.
Yeah, I think so too.
Now, we're going to meet a Catsi. A totally different time, right? It's Halloween night. And you are walking with your twins. And your friends. How long have you been friends?
Just maybe a year and a half now.
Okay. And how did you meet?
We work together.
You work
The
together.
diner.
Okay. Oh, at the diner. I didn't realize it yet. So I'm going to keep going, but write that down. Okay. And how long have you worked at the diner?
Maybe a year. Going on 2 years now.
Okay.
The first one offered me a job.
Okay. Anyway, it's Halloween. You were at a party, right?
Yeah.
Do you like Halloween? Do you like dressing up?
Yeah, it's a way for us adults to be creative in a more socially acceptable way. I guess.
Well, it's certainly changed a lot from my time. And so I love that. We don't have to talk about this right now if you don't want to.
It's fine. I don't think there's no better time.
Okay. No time like the present. Well, why don't you tell me what your relationship's like with your brother?
We're close. I can't say it's perfect. I can't say it was perfect. They were visiting for the week, so I thought I'd bring them over to the party so they could make some friends here.
And did they?
Yeah. We got a really pretty woman's number. I think it was more than just friends.
Titan. In tone deaf. I'm so sorry.
No. Sorry.
No, you don't apologize. You take your time.
Madison had gone home already, so we were going to stay a bit longer at the party, have a shift next day so I could get away with staying late.
Okay.
And he kind of did not want to leave after he met that woman.
Why did you leave?
It was nearing 3 a.m.
The witching hour.
We don't have I don't know, but there was more the case that we don't have a car, that we would have to walk home, and I didn't want to be too late.
How far of a walk was it?
Probably would have been 20-30 minutes.
Okay. I'm sorry. I gotta get into the nitty-gritty a little bit.
Right.
Did you notice anything on your walk? It's fine if you didn't. I'm not saying it's your fault or nothing, to be very clear. I'm just asking for details.
I didn't.
That's all right. How far into your walk home were you when they stopped you?
Couldn't have been maybe 15 minutes.
Vultures. They were waiting, right?
I think so. I wasn't really paying attention. He kind of noticed them first.
Yeah, okay.
But yeah. Don't know what we did. Wouldn't be so aggressive out the gate, but they both had guns drawn. It was Akenna's first time in the city in US period, so I tried to intervene to talk to these officers, but they weren't listening. And it's older by a few minutes, and he's he would always rub that in my face and use it as an excuse to be my protector, and he tried to do that. Yeah. Didn't even get to say a word. Sorry.
No. Don't apologize. Look, can I offer you a tissue? Is that insensitive as hell? It's so insensitive.
I could have a tissue, please.
Yeah, okay. All right.
I had only been living here for a few years now. I'd heard what it's like. I'd never experienced it. It was bleeding. I couldn't see his face. He went to the party as a, what do you call it? Undead masquerade. I'm convinced it wasn't a thing. I think he just put together because costume he could for the party. I pulled off his mask and just begged him to say anything. I think he did. I was so panicked. And then I heard shouting from the police officers, and this just ran. Just ran and kept running, and to hear them behind me, chasing after me, yelling something. One of them shot at me. Grazed my arm, but I couldn't feel anything. I just kept running.
And is that when you saw the door?
I was yelling for help and no one seemed to be around. No one seemed to help, even look my way, but that's when I saw the door. But maybe I could hide.
Was it open, the door?
Yeah.
Well, I have a theory as to why you're here. Usually this place shows up for a few reasons. Mainly, there's a mystery to solve. And I might be supposed to help you solve that.
Where is here? To understand.
Where is what? This?
Yeah.
Everywhere and nowhere. All at once. It's here and then also somewhere else sometimes. And when else?
Sorry, is there?
Okay, would you like to stand? Would you like a drink of water? Can I get you anything? You're bleeding.
Yeah. I could have some water, please.
Okay, yeah. Do you want ice? I don't know why I asked that, because it's up to this place to give me the water in the first place. But I'm assuming if they want ice, you'll get some ice. So would you like some ice?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
Okay. All right. I'll be right back. You're okay here for a second by yourself, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
There's a doll in there. Don't look it in the eye, okay? Don't look.
Okay.
Okay, I've got your water.
Thank you.
Yeah, I don't see her in here, so you're all good. Okay. I have to be honest with you. It doesn't sound like there's anything supernatural, super unnatural, paranormal, para-abnormal, so on. So the list is really rather long. In your case, I'm still going to help you. But it sounds like people being people. Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I left its body. It's still out there.
Well,
I'm sorry.
no, don't apologize. Again, why don't we go together? Right? I'll go with you. You want to go out the front door? I'll follow.
Yeah.
All right? And that's when things got really weird. Because they walked through the door, and I walked through right behind them. But I sure shit didn't end up where they ended up, wherever that was. Which I now know is with Harry. Harry? Where the hell are you when this happened?
Say that again. I'm apologize,
Oh,
man.
no, that's all right. Where were you when this happened? You were in jail, weren't you?
No. Yes. I think I may have been.
May have been? Don't lie. You can lie to everybody else, but don't you dare lie to me. You were in jail. You had been arrested. Don't pretend like you forgot getting arrested. This guy.
I didn't forget. I meant more. No, my apologies.
Okay.
I was in jail, but I was currently being interviewed in that little holding room. So I wasn't in a cell per se at that moment.
All right. And what were you, who was interviewing you? Do you remember?
Oh, some so-and-so cop who was trying to figure out. Don't you have all these details in that little file of yours?
Yep, but that's why I ask. You know, just to corroborate. Make sure things line up. And also sometimes details move themselves. So I just got to be very thorough. Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair. Mm-hmm. Well, all right. So yeah, they were doing some sort of what they called an interview. It was an interrogation. Let's be real.
Yeah. All right. Most interviews are. Kind of good at them myself.
I was gonna say, is this one of them now?
See, you couldn't even tell, could you?
Well, I was asking.
Now,
to cooperate, as you said.
Exactly. You'll get the hang of this, Harry. Okay.
And that's the hope.
Now, you're being interrogated. Walk me through the interrogation.
Right. So, might not do this, and I know it always said this way, but I was indeed framed. Just putting that out there.
Okay.
It's always said. I know, but
everybody does always say that. Like,
right.
I'm sure it'll be said again by the end of this episode.
Right. Yeah. Yes. But
okay.
You see, I was usually the one being told that, so
okay.
I recognize it. But they were asking me about all the money I had come into, where it had came from.
Money you had come into? That makes it sound like it fell in your lap, Harry.
Well, one of the times it did at the sloths.
Well, but I mean, you did things to get that money, did you not?
I rolled dice. I played cards. Threw some dice once.
Okay. I like dice. Dice are honest.
That they are. The most
Is
honest
that your
thing
dice
possible.
that you've got right there?
Yeah, I always keep them on me.
Would you roll for me? Let's just see
Sure.
what you get.
7.
Ain't that your lucky number?
Well, yes, and in craps, I usually play with the house, so 7's the number I want.
Okay.
Tables hate me for that, but, that's their business, not mine.
All right. Now, they're interrogating you about the money that you came into that fell into your lap that you definitely gambled and didn't use any sort of magic to get.
No,
Right.
I'm just lucky.
Okay.
I don't do no magic. I just play the game and I win.
Yeah. Uh-huh. I think I know why you're here. I think you think that you're just lucky, but you're actually using some magic without your knowing.
I mean, that in magic normally something you'd, one, know about and two, see in shows.
No, those are tricks. That's not real magic. I'm talking real magic, Harry. Like spells and shit.
All right, well, yeah. Were you some sort of wizard?
I mean, yeah. I like wizard. I'm okay with that. I mean, terms are thrown around all the time. Chef, cook, wizard, mage, witch. Depends on where you are and when you are and when's line. Anyway, you're getting interrogated. At what point does the mercurial come in and dressed as the law officer? I'm sorry, I don't think you know what that is. When does the second officer come in? That is the one that tells you, like, you're special. When does that guy come in?
Oh, that would have been... Goodness. After they had run me through all the games and the different casinos that I had been to and one. You're right.
I don't know why I used air quotes there. It was actual evidence that they had collected.
It was evidence I played. Listen, I was the one who looked for people that they accused me of.
I know. That's why no one suspected you.
Well, it's because I wasn't doing it. I know better. I can win without doing the cheating and the card counting and all that.
Well, I'm not sure the universe would see it that way.
Well,
Damn.
I think they do. They made me lucky.
Well, okay. That just may be the case, Harry.
I'm glad we agree, ma'am. So, it was about after that, and they ran through everything and said I was going to be in there for a long time unless I admitted it and told them where I stored the money and all that. And
oh, wow, you told them?
No, I didn't tell them none.
Okay, all right. I was going to say you and I are very different people, which I think might be the case anyway. But anyway, sorry, continue.
Yeah,
so you didn't tell them, but you fake told them.
Well, I didn't. No, I told them I wasn't going to tell where it was.
Oh, okay, all right. Did you ask for a lawyer? Did you lawyer up? That wasn't a thing back in my day, but apparently it's huge now.
It is, and they did not let me.
They didn't let you? I did not
get my phone call.
Oh,
no.
Okay.
Which I called them out for. I knew my rights, and they said, we know your rights too, and that was the end of that one.
Okay.
They let me stew on it, and
maybe... Is that when the other guy came in?
Precisely.
Okay.
About 15, 20 later.
Okay. And how long did he pretend to be a detective or whatever? Or did he just immediately go into it?
Well, more or less. They walked in. They said they were Officer so-and-so. Can't quite recall.
Of course you can't, because they use magic so that you'd forget it. See? Harry, this is what I'm talking about.
I just thought they were forgettable.
Well, that's the point. That's the point of the spell, and that's what they do. These mercurials, they go and they recruit people that have the ability to bend the reality in the world around them, that have innate magic in them, and they try to recruit them to their cause, before the world eats you or whatever.
Right. I don't know why a thermometer had anything to do with this, but that's fine.
Right. Continue.
So they ended up coming in and talking to me about the case and kind of regurgitating what was said. And as they were doing so, they're walking around the room, and I'm noticing them looking up at the camera, and they'd said, well, we need to turn this off. And I thought that might actually be my
like their
last moment. Because
I think I would have thought
won't
that
get in a
too.
call. And I knew that more than likely some of those casinos may have had some, or paid off some, you know.
Yeah.
So I think, well, maybe today's my lucky day. But then it was, as they started
Right. As they
talking
came
about
in and were like, yeah, what did they say exactly? It was something like, you're special. You have, you're so close to being awakened or some shit like that.
Yes, and I said, well, I have had my daily coffee, so I'm pretty awake. Last I checked.
Yeah.
I mean, at least the cops, as dirty as they were, they did give me my cup.
Okay. But Harry, explain to me this. Why did they or did they not perform some magic to get you out of jail?
Well, I'm not right sure. They just said, "Hey, you're special," and all that hoopla, and then they said, "Well, we'll bring you to the next room." And I said, "All right, I'll fall." And they said, "You go take the lead, open that door." And I went, "All right." And figured, well, this is my time. I'm gonna be put in the back room and then putting cement to something.
Yep.
And I opened the door, and then it was an office.
Oh, wow. Okay. It was here
which
or a
was-
different office? It was here.
I believe so. Yes.
Oh, wow. Okay. But for some reason, you didn't go through the door right away here because you ran into a Catsi, right? Out on the street. So why didn't you enter the office then?
Well, because it was weird, and I thought they slipped something into my cup.
Okay, yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
So I paused and went, now hold on now. Maybe
Yeah.
that ain't right. And I shut the door again and
Yeah.
opened it.
Yeah.
And
And the
then it was a
Mercurial
back
was
alley.
surprised too, right? Like it wasn't planned for them. They were using
Yeah,
magic to get you out of there, but they seemed as shocked at the office as you were.
I heard a couple of things I wouldn't say in front of my mother, that's for sure.
Yeah. Well, I think it's because most of the time, people in the know, some of them have heard of The Office, but most people haven't seen The Office. So the Mercurials know about The Office. I mean, hell, we've got a magic typewriter of theirs over in the corner that we sometimes use to communicate. But I imagine it was probably pretty shocking to see the actual office there.
Sorry, isn't that just a fax machine?
What? Did it change?
Well, you said a magic
What
typewriter.
the hell is a fax machine?
It's like a keyboard that you type into and it sends a message over the internet and prints it out on the other side.
Is that supposed to mean something to me, or are you just speaking words?
Well, I am speaking words. That is correct, but I don't know. I mean, you I guess it.
What is
no.
the internet?
Where? I'm right confused. I'm gonna be honest. But
That's all right. That's all right. Let's back up. We shouldn't be talking about The Office really until I figure out what's going on. Anyway, let's get back to
Sure.
Catsi because I need to know why that happened. So, you didn't go into
right.
the office. You and the Mercurial were like, "Holy shit!" and some expletives, and then you started what? The Mercurial led you out of the jail.
Yes, I mean they didn't want me to stay there anymore. They said, and then
Well, yeah, they're trying to recruit you, I imagine.
right, and you need
Yeah.
to get moving.
So, but what I'm wondering is, does your memory end there and then start outside? Or were they doing things with their hands? Were they doing anything to get you out of the... Yeah.
Well, they were behind me, so
Of
I didn't
course.
quite see what they were
Yeah.
doing, but I did feel a hand on my shoulder kind of moving me forward.
Okay.
And so I stepped through. I figured, well, I don't really know how they did this, and maybe I am just tripping, I believe it said.
Yeah.
And figured I might as well enjoy the ride.
Yeah.
So I stepped through, and then the door wasn't there no more.
Yeah, that's right. That's interesting. So it seems like the door presented itself to you the first time, maybe to save you from the Mercurial. Now that's weird, because they're not bad or nothing. So I wonder why it did that. And then you got out onto the street, and that's when you ran into a Catsi, right?
That's correct, yes.
That's right. Okay. And the two of you, Catsi, do you remember what happened here? I'm going to turn it over to you now.
Excuse, is definitely not where I left.
Oh, yeah, it's a completely different town. You're in Vegas now. From New York to Vegas.
Vegas never seemed like a place I'd enjoy. I never really considered going.
Well, I think you're only going to be here for like 3 minutes, right? So maybe we'll find out one day if you like Vegas or not. And Harry, you run into a Catsi, but a Catsi's bleeding at this point.
Yes, I saw what looked like.
Yeah.
Yes, I'd seen those on occasion for sure, but it wasn't too bad. Still blood, of course, and looked a little drained of color, though whether or not that was from the gunshot or whatever rot scared him.
And could you,
I don't know.
I'm taking notes just in case anybody goes through the paperwork here. Could you both describe what you were wearing and what you looked like the day this happened?
Sure. I'm actually pretty close to what I'm wearing now. I may not have had the tie on. I figured I'd look a little official for this interview, but nice little cardigan, little button up. I have to look official normally in my job, and I hadn't been changed into the uniform yet. Some nice slack shoes, that sort of thing.
And eye color, stuff like that too. I'm taking very particular kind of notes. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes, brown hair, brown eyes, a little bit of beard and stuff, but kept well, cropped short. My ex liked it a lot that way, and I kind of kept it. Yeah, mostly that sort of the thing. I wouldn't say I'm short nor tall, just kind of in the middle there. Oh, what else? What else would you want for that?
I can't tell you because that would be feeding. What do they call that? Leading the witness.
That's right.
That's what.
Right.
Yeah.
Sure.
So that's okay.
Sure.
Just whatever stands out in your mind, just in case there are discrepancies. And
Right.
Catsi, what about you?
I'm about 5'5" person. Kind of somewhat lean, I guess, mostly because of my job. Kind of always on my feet moving.
Okay, I think you're being a little bit, I don't know the word right now, but you're extremely muscular. A little bit lean. That doesn't even remotely describe, you're like a beefcake a little bit.
Wiry is the phrase I've heard.
Wiry?
Tone. Not
Doesn't
big.
wiry mean like very live?
Well, it can mean tone and strong nonetheless.
Really?
I think
Is that what that
can
means?
be.
Have I just been reading books wrong my whole life? Because I
Perhaps, or
thought
maybe
wiry
I have.
just meant, like a wire. Okay, well, it's fine. Anyway, I'm so sorry, Catsi. Please continue.
Oh, it's fine. I have a big head of hair, recently been growing out my afro. Right now, I'm in a red suit with black dress shirts, black dress shoes. I had pair of tinted sunglasses, and at some point I had probably fell off when I was running, but I had horns on. It was a Kenna's idea, but I'm in a kind of pun Halloween costume. This is fake Prada. To be
Oh, Devil
Wears
Wears Prada. Okay. That's newer. That's beyond my time. But I did solve a case once where they referenced that a lot. Pet peeve of mine, you know. Anyway.
I have I suppose, yeah, the adrenaline is kind of wearing off, so I'm starting to feel it again by bleeding from the arm.
Yeah, please take it away.
Where's... I look behind me for a door, and the woman that was meant to be coming through with me and see no one. Excuse me, and I'll rush over to the first person I see in this back alley.
Yes. You all right?
I don't know how to answer that question.
No, I take it.
Where am I?
Oh, I see. You're in Vegas, my friend.
What?
Vegas? Did you lose everything and have a bit too much after trying to forget it?
No, I was in New York second. Look, have you seen a lady with a brown hat or white blouse?
Lady
just walked through that door. I mean, there was a door.
Right. There was a door there too, wasn't there? Fair enough. No, I have not. To my knowledge, I was in a different room earlier. Do you need help?
I think so. Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. All right. Here. Might have a handkerchief somewhere. Let's wrap that around that wound there real quick.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right. Let's sit down on that curb right there. Let me. They took my damn phone.
I'm so sorry. Hi. Hello. I really appreciate this. Thank you.
No worries. Are you? What's your name, son?
Catsi.
Harry. Good to meet you. I'm gonna level with you right now. I ain't gonna call the cops if that's all right with you.
Please don't.
Glad we're in agreement. Right, it didn't look too bad when I wrapped it. Let's see here. Should we? I don't think we should be on the street. Let me see if we can find something. I know a few places we might be able to slip into if you want to get off the street here.
Who's your friend?
They were helping me not be where I was.
Yeah, and in fact, Harry, why don't I catch you later? I meant what I said, about recruitment.
Okay, right. I'll I'll consider it. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Gonna be honest, that one was real weird.
Can we
Yeah.
It's a cool.
Let's slip in somewhere. I know a few that might be able to patch you up a little bit. Here, take my hand. I'll help you on up. And if you need to lean on me, it didn't look like you lost too much blood, but if you do need to lean, go forward.
Thank you.
Yeah, all right. Let's see. I think it's third door on the right is where.
And
Yeah.
the door actually does not appear to them at this moment. Harry actually takes the Catsi to get patched up a little bit before the door shows itself again. But now we're going to move on over to somewhere in the Pacific Northwest, I think. Gus, where were you on the day the door appeared for you?
I was working, which is where I spend most of my time, to be honest. I spend probably too much of my time, as some of my friends would indicate. I spend my time taking the photos or developing the photos. It's very rarely am I spending time outside of those 2 points. I'm either at the point of the scene, whether it's virtue of my employment or virtue of my own interest and intrigue, taking the photographs and developing them.
Okay.
Maybe an hour spent in leisure time at home on occasion, but I'm pretty immersed in the world of lenses and negatives.
Okay, I don't know shit about photography. How long does it take you to develop a photograph?
Well, it depends. But, you can start the process as long as you're, I don't know, it's kind of like baking. You keep an eye on things until they're done, I don't like to put a pin on it. It's a little more art than science, and a little more alchemy than art, I suppose.
That's exactly what I say about what I do.
Oh, that's nice.
We
Who are
have
you?
that in common. I'm older, by the way, like the tree.
Like the tree. Cool.
But you knew that, or you know that, just not yet.
I just
Wait.
like to double check these things.
Oh yeah, that's a good habit to get into. Good instincts. I'm telling you, Gus, you're gonna be great at this.
Awesome. Love to hear it.
Yeah. Anyway, so you were on the day the door arrived. That sounds so ominous, but on the day the door appeared, you were at work. Were you developing photos? What were you doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I went to the scene of a crime. I was, I'm a civilian contractor, so
Okay.
I go where I'm called pretty much. I show up, and usually the preliminary CSIs have done their thing, and then my job is to follow after the lead investigator. I photograph what they ask me to photograph.
Okay.
I put some of my own spin on it sometimes. I try to find the angle that best represents what the lead investigator saw when they first arrived on the scene. And then usually I end up taking a video as well. So I use a
What?
cam. It's kind of like a moving picture, but in my case, I capture it with it's like a camcorder. It's a very complicated camera that takes so many pictures that when you put them all together, it's like they're moving.
Is it everything jittery?
Jittery? Not if I'm steady enough. Not if I'm holding the camera properly.
Okay. Do you have this with you?
Not right now. It's heavy. I usually keep my Polaroid and my DSLR with me, but the Handycam I'm gonna have to track down later, I think.
What? DSLR? Are these all types of tools that you use?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's a good way of putting it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I have weird tools too that I'm sure would look
Yeah.
weird to you. I don't know why I got competitive just then.
No,
I
tell
felt
me
like
about
I
one.
was being
What's
threatened somehow. Not actually, but
I'm-
I felt like
I'm not
I
I'm
felt
not threatening
small
you.
in that moment. No, I know. I'm sorry. Anyway, please
How
tell
tall are you?
me.
I think you're taller than me.
I think I am, but let's not stand up and check.
Okay.
Please continue. I'm
What was
so
your
sorry.
thing? What were you saying?
No, I wasn't saying anything. It was you.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I was working in the dark room.
Yes.
I had
yes,
some.
Thank you. Thank God.
So I show up. I've got the film reel, the negatives from
Okay.
the crime scene that I was working on. It was it was a bit brutal, but I have become a little too accustomed to these things. So
Okay,
it's
brutal how?
like the scene of the crime. There was a lot of blood.
Oh,
Lot
wow.
of,
Okay, all right.
yeah, a lot of angles to take, and the lighting wasn't great, so I had to finnick and finagle for a while. And sometimes it's about replicating what the investigators discovered on point of contact, and sometimes it's about, making sure that the people at the home office can actually see what we're talking about. So sometimes that can be a bit of a push and pull. So I come back, I've got 2 reels of film to develop, so I get that started in the dark room.
Was there something that you were hoping to see in these negatives? I'm just looking for the supernatural, super unnatural.
No, I get it.
Paranormal angle.
Well, that's
here.
the thing is I don't have a proper dark room at home because they're not
okay.
really a thing that you got to be pretty precise with it. You have to have a room that's
dark,
completely sealed off from, exactly, completely dark. And if you don't have that,
and you can't just turn off the light.
No,
okay.
and if the lights are completely off, then you're blind, and it's very hard to work when you're blind. So if you don't have the lights, we use sort of red scattering lights just to keep things lit, but not in a way that'll mess with the. Are you okay? Is everything all right?
Oh yeah, I'm fine.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, I develop my personal photos at the darkroom at work, and I kind of have to mix them in, and I have to make sure that my supervisor doesn't see those, because then he'll ask questions about, like, why were you there? Why were you back there?
Why
or what's
were you
this
using
from?
work resources? You know what? Back in my day, you just did that. This was just what you did. Things changed in some ways really well and good, and I'm like, oh, that's great. And then other ways, I'm like, why the hell did they change that? That seems like a weird thing to get uppity about. You give your time. Why can't you use work resources for your other time? That doesn't make any sense to me. Anyway, sorry.
Yeah.
So you're developing personal photographs. Well, okay, well, hold on.
Yeah.
What kind of personal photographs?
I'm not that kind of personal.
Okay.
No, more
all right.
like
well, then in that case, I don't see anything wrong with that.
Yeah. It's just, cases that I'm investigating on the side that may not be, pertaining directly to
Okay, now
the case that I'm assigned to.
We're on to something. What were you investigating? Maybe I can help you with that.
I was just going back to places where I had memories of a person that I was looking for, where they had said things that were significant to me, or we had worked a case together. So that's part of why I was keeping it quiet, because some of those places I had worked at before, and it's kind of weird if a civilian CSI shows back up at a crime scene that he has previously investigated.
Oh,
it can be a little,
you're guilty as hell. That's what I would think.
a little dubious.
Like those
so that's why I'm a
firefuckers.
little.
Yep, they always go back.
Those firefuckers.
Yeah.
Oh, the arsonists.
Yep.
They
That's
always
it.
go back. Yeah, like moth to flame.
Yep.
So yeah, I was visiting the last place that he and I had had a conversation.
Okay.
And he'd said things that felt really insignificant at the time, but then felt very profound after he turned up absent. And then I couldn't tell if the profundity was actually inherent in what he said, or if it was just the way that I was looking back in it. And I hate that. I hate that memories can feel different depending on how you're feeling. I would rather they were more concrete and unchangeable.
Well, that's something you're going to probably struggle with here in particular. You'll get the hang of it.
Things
though.
changing?
Yeah, all the time. Yeah.
Well, listen,
It's like a
a journey.
state of doubt. Sorry.
Well, I am on a journey for absolute truth, so that's fine. I'll get there eventually.
Okay. Okay, you'll get there eventually.
Yeah.
So, who's missing? Can I ask? Somebody close to you?
Yeah, a partner of mine. Not romantic partner, work partner. Someone that believed in me and took a few gambles on me, I think, when others were a little dubious of the way that I work and function. He just sort of
Vanished.
He got me from day one, you know? Like, we just philosophically understood each other very, very well. We think about the world very differently, but we're open to other people's perspectives. We both agree that unique perspective is very important in pursuing an absolute truth.
I'm so sorry. What was the last thing you just said?
The last thing I just said?
Yeah.
Unique perspective, so everyone's unique perspective
Right.
is very important.
When you're pursuing the truth, right?
Yeah. Because even when you have an absolute truth, even when it is concrete and factual, everyone's angle with which they perceive it, their perspective on it, still somehow alters it. And that's kind of fascinating.
Yeah. I think they call that the observer effect, observational effect. I don't know. In some places in science and others it's magic, and some it's both at the same time. So anyway, so you were at work. You were developing photos. Did you see something? I'm trying to figure out what happened to cause the door to show up for you. Because it's one of two things. And I have a theory right now, but I want to be sure.
You have a theory.
Oh, yeah.
But you don't want to share it.
Not yet,
until I tell
it's
you.
just a theory. Well, I mean, I have a theory as to why you're here. Usually the door opens and somebody comes in because they've experienced some sort of supernatural, super unnatural, paranormal, para-abnormal, the list goes on and on, thing, and then I help solve that. That's what I do. That's what I'm here for. But I'm just trying to figure out if you even had anything like that. Did you have? I mean, I'm assuming you didn't see Bigfoot in your photograph.
Not this time, nah.
Not this time. So you have before.
I mean, not on my own. I've never photographed Bigfoot, but that's the kind of thing that I like looking at is,
Okay,
you know,
all right. So maybe you have
You
seen
know.
something.
I saw something in the dark room. Yeah, that's what happened that day anyway. Which feels like it was today, but it's kind of hard to...
Oh, it is today. It's just also in the past. In a second, it's going to be today, and you'll be in the office for the first time. But right now, I'm just trying to go back and get all the details right. It'll feel weird sometimes. We'll pause and have talk like this, and it'll be in a liminal space that is neither present or past, both at the same time. Whatever.
So we're in the space outside the frame right now? Is that the vibe? or-
That's a great way to think of it. And I'm going to pretend like I know
Okay.
what you mean. You mean like a photo frame?
Yeah. Yeah.
Perfect. Yep. Yeah. We're outside the frame right now. It's a great way to
All
look
right,
at
okay.
it, Gus. So what did you see in this photograph?
I don't know. I don't know if I can describe it, and that was the thing that bothered me the most about it. I'm used to... It's rare, but sometimes when I'm interacting with what I photographed or what I've recorded, sometimes I see things that weren't there when I took them. There was a negative that just seemed to be having a bad time. I don't know how to describe it. It was just not developing properly, and it was like it was...
Okay, hold on, Gus. I'm so sorry to interrupt you. I have a bad habit of doing that in general, but this time it was important. Be very careful when you start to describe this thing, okay? Because sometimes weird things can happen. So if there's a detail that your gut instinct says omit, redact it. Trust me. Okay. All right. Go ahead. And I'll take notes.
This thing seemed to be moving through the developing photo,
Holy shit.
almost as if the more the photo developed, the more it traversed the confines of the photo as it was coming to life. And it seemed to be when I looked away that it got a little closer to the imaginary lens at this point
Yeah.
of this photo, like
Yeah.
it was coming towards me. And I had this feeling in the back of my head, like when you're on a walk at night out by yourself,
And then all of a
you get
sudden,
that
yep,
feeling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like the hairs stand up in the back of your neck.
Okay.
And I knew that whatever this was, that it was a mistake that I had made by capturing it in the first place. It didn't
Yeah.
want to be contained within a single moment in time or within a single photo. I decided, kind of a split-second decision, and I don't know if it saved my life or if it was an overreaction. I don't know, really. But
Probably saved your life, if I had to guess. These things have a way of like getting closer and closer until they consume you.
yeah, I dumped it into the acetone. I just threw it into something that would corrode it until it had no
Okay.
physical form left. And then I went out to get some air, but my door out didn't lead the way that it
Right.
usually does,
Right,
which
right
is
here.
pretty weird, right?
I mean, it's standard for me, but I can see why you would think it would be weird. This acetone, okay, follow-up questions real quick. 1, what the hell does the acetone do? It just dissolved everything? I'm unfamiliar
starts-
with the chemical.
Yeah, it starts, peeling the film apart, basically. It's,
Okay. Does it work on other
especially-
things other than just film?
I mean, I wouldn't recommend putting it on a living thing either. Like,
Do we know
it's,
what happens to a living thing when you do that?
I mean, chemical burns.
Chemical burns. Okay. Okay. I'm going to write that down. That might be a new ingredient that we can use for something.
Ingredient.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. In the context of my job, because I work with sensitive materials, we have the materials with which to destroy the photographs on hand because, that's part of our due diligence. And so, destroying the photos and then shredding them. But I just had a feeling, even though it was, even though it was dissolving in this bucket, that I had to leave. So I left.
Yeah.
And then I arrived, which you say is standard for you, but it's still pretty blisteringly new for me.
Oh, yeah. Well, you'll probably get used to it. Where were you when you took the original photograph? You said at that place where your partner...
Yeah, I mean, it was just the last place that we spoke. There was nothing significant about it except for the fact that our presence made it significant. We would sometimes stop by a diner, between here and there, between work and other work, and we would park sort of on like an overlook near a
Okay.
bridge. We'd sit on the top of his car. We would eat together, smoke together. I've quit now. I'm on the gum.
Oh, congrats. A gun.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
No.
just a way of quitting a certain habit, It's,
Okay. Sound fair enough.
and yeah, we would look at the night sky and we would talk about things, and it's just a spot. It's just it's a patch of road next to a bridge with no significance other than that's the last time I saw him.
Well, Gus, that alone makes it extremely significant, but also everything is significant. We just don't know how right away.
Well, if everything's significant,
Don't
surely
you say
nothing
is
is.
significant. Nope, I don't believe that. Everything is significant. They don't have to compete.
Well, when a thing is significant is important. Sometimes
Yes.
it can't be. It has to make room for the things that are. So that's more so my world.
I think that's just how we perceive things. I think for us to... Anyway, let's not get philosophical, because I will wax poetic, as they say, forever. 4 hours, in fact. Time we don't have.
We're running out of time.
No, never. However...
Just checking.
No, we're not running out of time. However, I do have some follow-up questions for you. When you close your eyes, can you close your eyes for me real quick? Okay.
Sure.
Close your eyes. You are, not actually, but for the sake of this experiment, you are back in that dark room, the room of darkness, and you are watching that photo develop. And it is moving from one frame to the next, I think, as you described. And
Yeah.
it opens its eyes. What color are they?
Green.
Noted. Okay. You can open your eyes now. You're not in the dark room anymore. If you see that...
Thank God.
Yeah, well, I don't mean to scare you, but if you see that thing again, will you let me know, like, immediately?
Let you know Yeah. If
Okay.
I'm assuming it's easy to get a hold of you.
Yeah, probably, for the most part.
Okay.
I hope. Fingers crossed. Again, I have a theory, but I'll get to that in a second.
All right.
I have another question, actually.
Yeah.
And I was gonna not ask it because it seemed a little insensitive, but I have to know. Why wasn't anybody else looking for your partner?
Because he didn't up and vanish in the middle of the night. It's not that he never, checked into work. He left a note. And apparently that's sufficient for some people, that they take what they see at face value. They don't look for a different perspective on it.
Okay. So he left a note. What did the note say? Do you know?
It said, I've always talked about taking that trip. I'm going to take that trip to Alaska.
Had
The one
he?
I've always talked about.
Has he always talked?
Yeah.
He had always talked
He'd
about
always-
a trip. Okay. All right.
He'd always talked about it, but the little details were off.
Right. Like what?
Like, the way he signed his full name. He would never do that.
Yeah, names have power.
He
You
would
got to
do-
be careful with that.
When you're leaving a note that's like, by the way, I'm off, you
just
don't
sign it.
your full... Yeah, you don't sign your
that
full
is
honorific...
weird, actually. Yeah, that's
your full
weird.
government name.
Yeah.
And...
That is weird.
And he wasn't the kind that would go by his name anyway. So, the idea that...
Yeah, would you even sign your name? Now that I'm thinking about it, if I were to, take off to the mountains or something, I'd be like, okay, I'm doing that thing I always talked about. Bye. It's in my apartment. It's mine.
Sincerely yours. Yeah.
Sincerely yours. Yeah, okay. I don't mean to laugh, but you're right. That is weird.
No, it is weird. And, I mean... just one of those things where people told me to put it aside, and I am just a person that physically can't do that. Putting things aside is not really in my nature. I have to see them through.
All right. Gus, I think I have a theory then. I think my theory is, well, I'll wait till you're all here.
We're all here?
Yeah. Well, you're going to be in like a second. In like 3 seconds is when you all enter in the door together and meet each other for the first time. But I wasn't there then when you first met. So that's why I'm going through and doing the details. And now
So...
we're out of time and you walk through the door. And You're all together, I think.
Here again.
Well, this ain't Vegas.
Yeah. I need to sit down.
Pardon, son. Yes, you do need to sit. I believe that's what you said. Sorry, I'm hard of hearing.
I am.
Hello.
Sorry, this is the room I walked out of when I ran into you. You weren't here. Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Wow. Where are we, and who are you? Who are you? I at least know.
Oh, awesome. That was my question too. Fantastic. I just came from. I'm Gus. Hello.
Nice to meet you. Name's Jim.
Jim? Good name, Jim. Strong name.
Thank you. Like your outfit, very, very nice.
Thank you. It's, bespoke.
Are you bleeding?
Yeah, I was, but I've been patched up. I'm okay.
All right. If you need some help, let me know. I've got some experience tending to wounds. If it bothers you.
I should be fine.
Oh, what's your name?
I'm Harry. Good to meet you, Jim, Gus, and Catsi and I have already become acquainted.
I say, Catsi, Harry, Gus, nice to meet you.
Jim, Harry, Akachi. Nice to meet you all as well.
So, do you right know why we're here?
Yeah, what's going on? Every time I walk through that door, I end up somewhere else.
Oh. I'm so glad you said that, because I thought I was going to say that and it was going to sound insane. Yeah, I walked through a door and ended up somewhere else. I ended up here, which seems... That's not where my door leads, so I'm a little perturbed, as you might imagine.
I was in Vegas with Catsi just moments ago, so... Yeah, I feel like I might have had something slipped in a drink at one point when I was, yeah. But, are y'all real?
You know, at this
Well, that's a
point
matter
in my
of
life,
perspective, but...
At this point in my life, I've just kind of learned to accept things as they are. This isn't any weirder for me than most of the things that have been happening in my life, if I'll be honest. There's a coffee machine over there if anybody would like some. I think I'll go ahead and make a brew.
Please, I would much obliged.
How do you take your coffee?
Yeah.
Sugar? Milk?
Splash of cream.
All right. Well, I don't think they'll mind if we rummage up a little coffee here. I don't know whose office this is. Strange, you from around the area?
No.
Cascadia? Just round the
I was
corner,
in New
right?
York a second ago.
New York?
Oh.
Okay.
Oh,
And
really?
then I walked through that door, and then I was in Vegas. And then I walked through another door, and I'm back here again.
You gotta stop walking through doors.
Huh.
That's half the fun. Where are you from, Jim?
Stanford.
Oh,
I'm
I
so
was
sorry.
actually just on my way back. Well, yeah. Well, that's what we hear all the time over in Stanford. Sorry. Oh, I know. But I don't know what's going on here. But
yeah, this.
it's certainly for a reason.
For a reason.
Coffee, by the way.
Thank you.
Well, everything happens for a reason, my friends.
Oh, I mean,
We're just
yeah,
along for the ride.
Okay, I can see a certain sort of comfort in that frame of thinking.
Yeah.
Well, it's just an actuality at this point. There's no real other way to explain it. Is there?
Does this happen to you a lot?
Well, this particular instance, I don't think I've ever wandered into my house to find 3 strangers in not my house before.
Yeah.
This is a first.
Does anyone else have? I have no bars. There's no signal here. Does anyone else have any signal?
My phone was.
That's cool.
Taken. That's a new model. Very nice. But no, my phone.
No, this is
not with me.
What's
That's
that?
pretty old.
Pretty
Well,
old.
Yeah, I still have the 11. I think we're on the 13 at this point.
There's
What's
13 of them.
Wait, that's an
11th
Apple.
what?
That's an iPhone? Really?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh, damn, you must.
Oh, you need the
You must
phone?
got connections.
Well,
No
I think there might be a
bars?
phone around here. I mean, I got a couple
I'm
of
getting-
dimes to spare if you need to call someone.
Dimes. Damn.
What are you doing? Slots?
I'm not sure how to take that. I mean, I don't make much, but I'm willing to give whatever I have. Do you not have anything? I mean, that's what it costs for the phone. I always keep dimes on me just in case.
Yeah, no, a payphone. Yeah. I mean,
maybe
a
I'm sure we
payphone.
could find a payphone.
I'm not
Use
sure what
burners
that
or something.
burners. Oh, you mean like
Yeah, well, you said
gas
you caught-
stove?
No, I mean with the phone. You're talking about it cost. I mean, it shouldn't cost anything to call outside of unless you got a really old plan.
Oh, I see what you do. Yeah, I used to be a prankster too. I'd go ahead and drill a hole right in the dime, and then I'd put a piece of fishing line, and then I'd put it, and then, well, they got wise to that and got,
Classic.
they got wise to that. They get smartened
Yeah.
up. Now they got a feature that prevents that from happening. But for a while, I'd have as much time on the phone as I'd like. Them were the days.
Well, I caught you. I don't usually carry a phone with me. I usually leave it on my bike. So I can
Carry? What are you? That's got to be heavy.
I mean, it's a bit of a it's a little weight, but you know, it's why I don't usually like having it in my pockets. It just lives better back with the bike. So I would say I'll go get it and you can do it. Are you trying to call someone?
Yeah, I was trying to let my girlfriend know that I'm really not
Okay,
gonna be
this is a
home
prank.
tomorrow.
I see what's going on here. Okay, now I understand. This is a prank, isn't it?
What will we be pranking you on? Exactly.
Well, everybody in the town says I've gone half crazy. It's probably that publisher down the street. Greg. Probably trying to put a fast one on me. Make everybody in the town believe that I'm absolutely crazy. What are we supposed to be? People from the future? Is that it? Like Popular Science magazine, is that right? You're here on your flying cars and you're going to tell me about the utopia that is. And then you come down here
Utopia.
to tell me. Yes. Well, of course, if you've never read Popular Science, it's all over.
Popular Science is the cutest
Yeah.
way to talk about it. I love that.
That's a pretty old.
Who are you
man.
dressed as?
They still have that.
Oh, I'm dressed as me.
I mean, the trench is very, very classic. I love it. Would you call that a trench coat?
Thank you.
I think it's more.
Yeah.
just-
I
Or a
assumed it was an
duster?
Inspector Gadget Halloween costume.
I'm not following along here. What's going on?
It's July, man.
No, it's late.
What?
I was just
The
getting
hell
into
is
fall.
Greg? I'm sorry, I'm stuck up. What? Who is Greg?
Greg? Oh,
Yeah,
he works
but-
over at the publisher down the street. He's been trying to besmirch my name ever since, well, he's been my rival ever since. You see, I'm an independent journalist and an investigator myself, and I've been on the beat on this very, very important case to me, but he's trying to convince the town that I've gone loony. And I've got all my marbles. I got all my ducks in a row here. Now that guy
You
ain't worth his
seem
moxie, I'll
supremely
tell you that.
sane.
Yeah, you're telling me. Well, I don't know. I should have a very adverse reaction to seeing 3 strangers in my house, but as you can see, I've maybe become comfortable with my insanity.
I don't know. I feel kind of weirdly safe with you 3. Why is that? I feel like I should be having a bigger response, to be honest, but I do feel kind of like fine in this moment.
I think been through the worst. I think meeting 3 strangers is nothing in comparison. Has anyone seen a lady with a brown hat, white blouse? I was speaking to her before I left this office. Initially, she was going to
Oh, you mean, I don't know. I don't know where she went. I think I know who you're talking about.
I was talking to an investigator of sorts before I bumped into you, Catsi. What? You live in an office, Jim?
Well, I guess that's what it looks like sometimes with paper scattered everywhere, but this is certainly not my office. It's way too clean. This is not my house. Like I said, I opened my door ready to go inside, and then you 3 were, and well, now I'm sharing coffee with you.
Right.
Yeah, thanks, by the way. I love that it has no sugar or creamer.
Oh, did you want some? We got plenty.
Oh, fantastic. You said you're an investigative journalist.
Well, that's right. Well, I'm a private investigator. It's
a private eye. That's cool.
That's right.
That's a very Pulp Fiction novel, right?
Right.
Come again?
Yeah. I'm gonna ask a weird question because you mentioned this, and I'm just confirming here. We've all walked through a separate door, aside from Catsi and myself. We all walked through a separate door and ended up in here, right? Where were you trying to get, Gus?
Oh, I was trying to get away from the thing that was trying to climb through the photo and gouge out my eyes.
What?
You know, Jim, I think the idea of crazy might now be leaking over to me.
No. I'm not crazy. Okay, I'm also supremely
me too,
sane.
pal. I'm not crazy either.
Listen. I see a lot of fucked up shit on the reg, so I'm used to seeing pretty horrifying things. But usually they're already dead by the time I see them. Like there's no life in the room.
You don't have a murder weapon on you, do you?
Not unless a camera can kill.
All right, just checking. Never know. Anyways,
I have 2 cameras on me. I've got 2 cameras like slung across my body.
Say, what sort of camera is that?
Oh, this is my pride and joy. It is an autofocus 660.
That's vintage.
It's a little
hell.
Did you say
a little
autofocus?
vintage? It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's not that old.
I think my father had one of those.
Yeah, well, my little brother is like the same age.
Say, how old is that camera?
Oh, this was like 81, I think.
Yeah, like
1881?
Oh God, am I too late? Holy shit! Stop, I figured it out. I know what's going on, and I know we've met, but we also haven't met yet, but hold on. Stop talking right now, because I figured it out. I'm not here to help you solve a case. You're here to help me. You're the new employees, if you can call it that, of the office. And we
what?
probably shouldn't talk about specifics like years, or someone might explode.
What?
And cameras can kill. I did hear you from the other room. I was just trying to get the door to open.
Well, you shoot people, but like nothing. Sorry, someone could explode?
Yeah,
Is that
absolutely.
the stakes?
Well,
Has that happened before?
oh yeah. So we have to be very careful about, it's kind of like I was telling you earlier, Gus, or later, whenever that happens, that we have to be careful, and sometimes we need to omit information from each other. Like,
Are we talking right now? What?
right now? I'm talking right now.
How many times are we talking right now?
I think
Maybe
the cat's
3 times.
out of the bag.
Yeah, but we haven't gone into details yet. Should we try?
Okay.
Are we I mean, I'm all for experimenting, but I mean, last time this happened, somebody exploded.
Okay, I will.
Well, everybody
talk-
stand back 5 feet before I
Okay.
drop any bombshells.
Okay.
Still
When-
19. Yeah.
2,000.
Oh, whoa.
Oh wow. Oh wow. Oh wow. Okay. That's pretty far. That's the farthest
too
I've ever
many.
met. Holy shit. Okay, this
No,
is
that
exciting.
sounds right. 2025.
No, what?
What? No.
No,
earlier than-
no, I don't. No, I didn't hear it the first time.
I don't
so
feel
I'm not
like
gonna hear
I've
it the
got,
second time.
Yep. Okay. Wow.
Wait, what?
If I'm suffering from temporal insanity, you have to be nice, and you can't tell me again. I'm sorry. Okay, specifics. What's your favorite film? Favorite movie? Is that too specific?
That's pretty specific. Yeah.
Pretty
I also
specific.
hate it when people do pop culture references for nobody.
No.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine. I
Really?
don't hate it. Hate's a strong word. It's more like a philosophical rash it gives me.
A philosophical rash.
They usually have topical creams for that.
Not the philosophical ones.
Well, they do. It's just usually laced with something else.
Oh, okay.
I have an important question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Who's winning the World Series? My money is on the Brooklyn Dodgers. Got 100 on that.
You mean the LA Dodgers?
Oh, boy. Oh, wow.
The what?
The who?
The Brooklyn Dodgers.
The
Up
LA
against the Yankees.
Dodgers.
Yeah, I got $100 riding on that game. It's
Oh,
going to get me out of
It's a
debt.
lot of. It's a
No.
lot of money, Jim.
Well, it is. I'm getting the feeling that, I don't know, that doesn't seem impressive to you. Look, I may not make as much as many, but
It's a
my salary's just fine.
lot. It's a
$2,000
fair amount.
annually. Not bad for my independent reporting.
that is so much money. Holy shit.
Oh, I shouldn't
I-
tell you how
it's
much
not
I have
that
stored
much.
away then.
Well, I certainly don't do my job for the pay.
Well,
I
I
did
mean,
mine for it.
I don't either. I don't get paid at all, which I guess I should mention. This is not a paid situation, this office.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit. So what?
have
We conscripted?
a
I got
job.
arrested and we're conscripted now? I'm
No,
You
you're
got
not.
arrested?
Okay, hold on.
well,
He did get arrested. He did do it.
I did not.
You absolutely did. He's not innocent. He did it. And we'll go over it at a later time, I'm sure. But you are
How do you
guilty.
even know that?
You are guilty of sin, sir. You didn't maybe mean to do it. Maybe you weren't aware consciously that you were doing it, but there was some level of you that knew what you were doing when you were rolling that dice. I'm convinced of it.
Harry.
Yep. Using magic.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Okay, well, hold on. Let's slow down. You're not conscripted. You can leave if you want to. But
Great. See you later.
okay, bye. However, the universe has
Yeah.
chosen you, I think, to work here. Normally, the door, if somebody walks through the door, they've experienced something or seen something, and then, I have to help them solve what it is that they've experienced. That's kind of what I do. You lot have some sort of brush with that, but it's missing something, and y'all seem to kind of have what it takes. And it all happened at the same time, which is how it originally happened with me and my crew. So I think I'm just here to help you learn how to do this, and then if that's what you want to do, you don't have to do it, like I said. But it is,
What
It
happened
all
to your
happened
old
at
crew?
the same time. You know what? Answer Jim's question first. I think that's more important.
yeah,
I'd like that
it's
too.
a pretty important question. I don't know. They may show up at some point. Sometimes you walk through that door, and as you know, it doesn't lead where you think it's going to lead. I'm convinced it takes you where you need to go, not where you want to go. And so sometimes you walk through that door and you're gone for days at a time. If time
That sounds
can-
a bit woo, Alder, if I'm being honest.
Yeah, it does. A lot of things sound a bit woo. But I mean, look. If you hold on, close your eyes right now. right now. Everybody, come on. Describe your perfect office chair. Like if you were to have one, what would it look like? You first, Jim.
You know, I had a really nice office chair that my mother let me borrow from the kitchen. Well, no, I stole it and blamed it on my brother, and I said that he broke it down for a craft project, but really, no, I stole it. I didn't have enough money to buy a real chair. Rickety old wooden chair.
Okay.
It was not really much of a chair, but it felt like home.
And that's what you'd sit on in an office?
Yeah. Why not? That's where I started.
I don't know, wouldn't you want something more comfortable? Like, I mean, ceiling's the limit here, except not really. Sky's the limit, I think, is what it is anyway. You could have whatever you want.
A chair's a chair.
A chair's a chair.
I mean, a chair's a chair. I
no,
mean, it
that's
does its
not
job.
true.
What?
You got to sit in it. You got to think. You got to stew. You got to solve cases. Maybe
Well,
even
the
you
chair's
fall
not
asleep.
thinking.
No, but the chair is comfortable enough to help you think. You wouldn't go for something like plump and plush and velvety leather. You seem like a leather guy.
I mean, I guess it is time for an upgrade. Yeah, sure. Maybe a little leather.
Okay.
Nothing too fancy. It's just for its purpose, you know? It's a chair. You sit on it. I mean, some folks get some upholstered nonsense, and it's just way too much. Way too much money. I could make a better chair. Heck, for a while, my chair was just a stump that I rolled into my office.
Okay, this experiment might not work. Okay, Harry, what about you?
Well, when I think of that, I think of one of them fancy ergonomic chairs, the ones that you can sit all weird in.
sorry,
It's more
what?
comfortable. Ergonomic?
What the hell does that
It
word
fits-
mean?
Designed to fit the body in a way that does not hurt you and promotes good posture. And,
Oh, like mayonnaise.
I ain't sitting in mayonnaise, ma'am.
Okay, but
Sorry, is it mayonnaise hurt? Sorry, no, please focus on the chair.
right. So we've got your chair, ergonomic, whatever that means. Got it.
Yeah,
Does that mean
ergonomic.
it's
The one you
good
can
in the
sit
air?
in, you can kneel in, you sit up backwards in, one of those things. They look kind of weird, but they're very
Okay.
nice.
All right. Okay, I see now what you mean. I got it. And what about you, Akachi? Sorry.
I don't know. Madison and I have been saving up for the Herman Miller chairs.
I don't know what that
nice.
means.
Those are real nice.
Really
Okay.
expensive.
Okay. Does it have his
Pretty good
name
for
on
us.
it?
I'm
Like how would
pretty
if
sure it
I
has
were-
their
Uh-huh.
has like their logo on it. It's just a company
Okay. Oh, it's a company. All
brand
right.
logo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And what about you, Gus?
I mean, I already have the perfect office chair.
Okay.
No, it's on wheels. It's got a little bit of adjust to it, but it's
Would you know it if you
Green.
saw it?
yes.
Okay, open your eyes. Look at the desks.
That's my office chair.
Is that not
I
what
think there's a...
is that not what
That
you
is my
just
office
described
chair.
to me?
That's the chair.
Yeah, but that is my actual chair.
There's a
It's
problem
not
with
that-
Harry's chair. That isn't ergonomic at all. I wouldn't trust that thing to fly
Yeah, what
even
is
an inch.
that?
Does it?
It's got,
Harry,
like,
does this thing
stirrups.
transform?
No, well, I mean, you can shift things around a little bit here and there, but
Careful
no, it's
with that
mostly
word.
for.
Does
Yeah,
it have an
yeah.
automatic shoe shiner or something? What's
No, as you see, it's got a kneeling spot. You could kneel.
Oh,
so it's a
you kneel there.
You can put
I
your put your feet
definitely
there
did not
too.
think that that's what that was for. Okay, thank you for explaining.
No, it can be used for other things, but nonetheless,
No.
it's so you can sit many different ways.
Right. Well, so that was my big reveal as to why you should be
Yeah.
working at the office.
It's a
Because
cool magic trick.
It's
it
not.
even has.
I mean, that's
it's
not
got
magic.
it's got the It's got the developer burn on the seat here,
Yeah.
like from that one
I bet
time.
it even smells like you. I mean, it's not my magic.
That's-
I'm not
That
claiming
is an
that.
odd thing to say, I will admit.
That was
No, I'm just
weird.
saying, like, okay, but like that's usually what I do. When I'm trying to solve a case, I'm like, is this mine? Is this me? Was I here? I try to smell it. You know what I mean? No?
I don't know what I smell like. I guess I must smell vaguely like a stop bath if I had to guess, but
Okay. Well, this is awkward because no one
Very much
wants to leave.
so. You did talk about smelling people.
I talked about smelling myself,
Sorry.
sort of.
That doesn't
which
make
is
it
also
better.
weird if I'm being honest.
It's been a
Alder.
couple of weeks. I'm sorry.
Okay, that's fine. You don't need to apologize. Maybe I need to apologize, but I'm just saying scent is a good thing to rely on when you're detecting, which is what I think you're supposed to be doing here. Okay? Now,
Ah.
this is the office. It has a couple of different names. Mostly, I call it the office because that's what it is. All right? Now, that door, like I told you and like you've experienced, opens to where maybe we need to go. Sometimes it doesn't open at all.
Oh, I'm sold.
Okay, perfect. Thanks, Jim. Thanks, Jim. Yeah.
Who do we work for if we're taking this employment?
I don't know because we don't get paid and there's no real, I mean, I'm sort of, I guess, acting chief at the moment, but I only mean that in terms of investigation. You don't actually not your boss or whatever. That's weird.
Right.
Or maybe I
How do
am,
we-
if you need direction.
How do we survive without being paid? Just my curiosity.
And
Oh,
why?
yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, you don't have to. You don't have to. But for me,
Survive?
No, I mean, without getting paid. I mean, you don't have to work here. You can walk out that door and go back to your lives if you wanted to.
I fully understand that. What I'm saying is,
Yeah.
I go, sure, I'll work wherever here is. I'll
Yeah.
work here. I don't get paid working here.
Right.
How do I eat and pay rent?
Well, you don't have to pay rent because you can live here and work
I'm in.
here.
I'm in.
I mean, it
Let's
gets
do it.
awkward because of the rent.
Yeah, honestly, that'll do it.
That's fucking relatable. Anyway, yeah, I mean, you can live, you can work here. I don't know. It's really, really strange. I came in here, and every time I leave, it takes me somewhere else where I need to go, but I've never gone home, if that makes sense. So I just sleep here, if I'm honest. And as you saw with the coffee pot, it's never looked like that before. Wow. I like
Is that a
having...
good or a bad thing?
That's a good thing. I like having new people in the office because if you're from a different win, sometimes things show up here that are from where you're from, and it's all new to me. So it can be very exciting. So like your chairs, sometimes things just show up. And we know they're important because, Gus, everything's significant.
I was gonna
Everything
say,
is
Yep.
they smell like us.
Sorry, I keep remembering a conversation that we haven't had yet, or we have, or I'm not really clear on that, and that's
yep,
sort of
that's
tripping
totally
me up.
fair, and that's because it's liminal. You'll get used to it. It's really weird. You'll get the hang
Outside
of
the
it.
frame? Okay. Is
Yeah.
this whole place outside the frame?
Yes. Yes,
Oh,
it is.
okay.
Yes, it is.
Guys, I know what's going on now.
Yep.
All right.
Yep. Would you
I've got it
like
now.
to explain? Don't use any pop
Yeah,
culture
ew.
references.
Any pop? What's your issue with pop culture references?
I just don't know them. I'm from a win
I
where,
guess-
like, and people reference it all the time. They're like, oh, like this and like that. And I'm like, I don't know what you're talking about. But
Okay.
sometimes I do.
Sure.
Right. Anyway.
It's- when I talk about the frame, it's what the camera's looking at. You know, it's what the person's perceiving it, and they're framing the image, or they're recording. Whatever's happening in front of them.
Recording.
And in a somewhat metaphysical concept, everything outside that frame does not exist in that moment. You know what I mean? But like it does. Obviously it does. But if you can't perceive it, it's like you're outside perception in that moment. So we're outside the frame. Does that make sense?
No.
It's just Schrodinger's cat.
Whose cat? I thought we weren't using pop culture references.
Yeah.
Schrodinger's an old philosopher.
Named Schrodinger?
Oh, like Kant.
Yeah. Well, I mean, yes, philosophy, but no. I mean, if you look at it, it's not gonna make sense. Never mind.
I mean, it might make sense. You never know. Anyway.
Sure, then. Yeah.
He was a quantum physicist, not a philosopher. Oh, I don't know if I can explain it, but I don't know if it'll make sense to any of you.
No, that's okay.
don't know
Also,
what a
sweetheart, would you
camcorder
like
is.
to sit down? Are you still bleeding?
No,
Would you like to sit down on Harry's scary chair?
I think I'm good.
Okay.
Okay.
Where's a med kit?
I don't know. You have to try that door and hope you get lucky. But I should warn you, that door always leads to my office. That door, I don't know. Sometimes it leads to the storeroom where we store magical items and stuff. And sometimes it opens to, a bathroom. And sometimes it opens to
Oh, thank God.
other shit. Yeah, if you need to go, it's magic. You open the door and there it is. Sometimes it's a kitchen. It's a very nice kitchen. But it's always that door that does it. Never that door. That door always leads to the office. I don't know why.
How many doors? Are there in here?
These two. So that one leads to the office.
Yeah.
That one leads to the magical storeroom or whatever. And that's the front door.
Okay.
Yep.
Where do we sleep?
Where do you sleep? Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, you can sleep wherever you want to sleep. I sleep in my office, but I mean, you're welcome to open the door and perhaps it'll lead to where you want to sleep, or you can walk out and go stay at a hotel or whatever it is that you want to do. Sometimes we work a case for a couple of days and it's in one area and we like to, go around and see the town.
Sure.
And I always have enough in my pocket, if that makes sense. I always have what I need in terms of how do I survive. Without getting paid, I mean, to bring it back to your question from earlier.
So where are you getting the money?
That med kit.
Sorry, that was two things at one time. Medkit.
Medkit.
Try that door right there. And what did you say, Jim? Was it Jim?
Hey, you getting paid?
Oh, I'm not getting paid. I'm getting paid in joy.
But how do you get the money for the payments?
Which payments?
We were to go somewhere, let's say, a nice restaurant or a hotel. They're
Yeah.
going to demand some dough.
Uh-huh.
How are you
it's just
paying?
like
Where's your
in
scratch?
my pocket. It's just like in my pocket. Or alternatively, we will go and I get what I need when I'm out there. Like someone just gives me $5.
Huh.
Stuff like that.
So you're a panhandler?
No. I don't
You
think
ever hear that joke that photographers are always paid in exposure?
no, I haven't.
Ah, good one. Gotta
Oh.
write that down.
Jim gets it. Just a real quick question because, I think we should at least establish what we do for work,
Yeah.
like our actual skill sets, if we're going to be working together, if that's cool.
And I already
Jim,
know
you said you're in
because I'm a detective.
You already know.
Mm-hmm. And I interviewed you. You don't remember it because it hasn't happened yet, or maybe you do remember a little bit of it. But I do know what you do. But go on.
Sure, but Jim, you said you're an investigative journalist and
Oh, that's right.
a private investigator.
That's right.
Okay. I'm a civilian contracted crime scene investigator, and predominantly what I do is scene analysis combined with crime scene photography and videography.
Did it not have a med kit? It had a, what is that? Is that a cookie?
Oh no, it was it was weird. There was a med kit. We got some Neosporin and a bandaging, so I
Neo, what?
get that.
What is that?
An antibiotic medicine.
Okay. Well, yeah, it
Yeah.
just doesn't look like that in a weird tube.
Yeah. It's
Okay, so sorry, Gus. I just...
and
was
this is
there
a
more than
Pop-Tart.
one? A Pop-Tart. What is a
Yeah,
Pop-Tart?
I just saw
Is
them
that
on
like
in a box next
is
to
it-
the.
There's a box? I'm getting one. Does anybody else want one?
I want one.
Okay, I'll get the box. Sorry, Gus, go
Sure.
ahead.
Photographer and videographer. That's my main shtick. So I analyze scenes and images to come up with my own conclusions, and I usually collaborate with detectives. Akachi, what do you do for a living? In what way are you clearly a detective?
I'm a waitress.
A fine profession.
I guess.
Are you a waitress? Are you a waitress like a person that works at a bar and they're really good at like listening to people going through it, like in that sense, or?
No, I just work for minimum wage at a diner. I'm just looking for a job that relates to my degree. I have a
And your degree
master's
is?
in mechatronics and robotics engineering.
Huh?
Damn, you're real educated.
Yeah, but the job market isn't great right now, so I'm a waitress.
Okay. And Harry, what do you do for a living?
Well, I was a
Harry's a thief. A magical thief.
why you keep calling me that, and that is empirically
that's
false.
What you are. The money was not yours, and you used magic to get it. Right?
I had a very classy job in a casino. I was specifically the one that watches and looks for cheats.
Okay.
Surveillance officer. Specifically, I was the head of the surveillance. Should I redact the place that redacted
instinct.
casino?
This is also why I think the office picked y'all. Y'all have good instincts. What it takes.
I like
Okay.
the game.
Way too much sugar
And I
in this
win
Pop-Tart.
because I'm lucky. There's a lot of sugar in it. Oh, you did find one. Very nice.
Okay, so a private investigator, a crime scene investigator, a person whose job it is to detect anomalies and cheats. I haven't figured out Akachi's thing yet, but it will come to me. I'm seeing threads. Okay, you build crime-solving robots or something, or you
No.
will, or you want to.
I would just like a job that can pay me so I can pay my rent.
Well,
Yeah, I
I'll
feel
build
that.
anything that does that.
Anything.
Yeah,
Okay.
this is not that, unfortunately. And if there is, I've seen neither hide nor hair. Frankly,
Older, can I?
you can have whatever you want, sweetheart.
Can I speak to you in your office?
Oh, yeah.
I guess.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll be right back, y'all.
Of course.
What's up? Go ahead, have a seat. I'll close the door.
This is a lot for me right now.
It is a lot, and I'm not very good at dumping the information or introducing it. I find I've tried being gentle, and that doesn't really work. And ripping the Band-Aid off seems to work the best, although it's not always the best.
I don't really understand really what's going on. I think it's very clear at this point that it's something magical. There's no way, as much doesn't make sense to me. It's pretty hard to deny that. I just think there was a mistake. Because if anyone was meant to be here, it definitely isn't me. I think, I don't know how this place works, how the office works, but I think they got the wrong twin. I think they should have, just moments earlier, they could have got the right one.
Sweetheart. I'm really sorry.
But What can magic do?
It's a dangerous question. It can do a lot. It can do anything, in theory, if you're willing to pay enough. It's not the question itself that's dangerous, Akachi. It's the way that you asked it. The way that I already knew the answer that you would give if I asked you a very particular question right now. You need to be able to say no to that question. I know that's awful. Nothing good can come from that kind of trade. I don't think, anyway. A lot of these cases that we work are people who've accidentally made a deal or they've seen something and or they've brought someone back and they weren't the same. I don't get paid with money. I'm not paying rent, but I really do feel like I'm helping people. Helping them through what they saw, what they experienced. Sometimes the best gift you can give someone is believe in them, and I do. And I'm sorry that I didn't make it in time for your brother.
You didn't owe me. You don't owe me. I don't need to apologize for that. I shouldn't have brought him out. You just stayed home and just fucking awful movies and just...
It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
I work here. Can I still have a partner at home and I don't
Yeah, I think
and my family?
yeah, like I said, that front door will open to where you need to go, it seems like. I think, I didn't want to say this in front of all them, but I think it's never open to home for me because I don't really remember what home is. It's here. So, I have every confidence if you wanted to walk through that door and go home, you could do that.
Yeah. I think I'll just step out for a bit. I need to let my...
Yeah, of course.
parents and sister know.
Yeah, of course. Come back whenever you're ready. Akachi, the office is never wrong.
I'll be back in a bit.
Right. It was nice to meet you. and I think I'm going to stay in my office for a minute. But I'll let you guys see what's going on out there. What is happening out here?
So they're called Pop-Tarts. I think I've seen these around.
Yeah. you never had a Pop-Tart before? I haven't had one for
Most
years.
American stuff is just way too sweet, so I usually, steer clear of the this and the that. You got a sweet tooth?
Every now and then. I haven't had one in years, but I saw them there and I was a bit peckish, so figured, hey, might as well. If this is all a weird dream or hallucination, might as well enjoy it as best I can.
Right?
This was a dream.
Yeah,
I
I'm
had
not-
a rhubarb pie.
I'm not fully convinced that I'm not like maybe my ventilation got screwed up and I've just inhaled like a lot of fumes in the dark room.
that rhubarb?
No way.
Did somebody
This has
ask
gotta be
for
a
a
dream.
pie?
Does that confirm you're dreaming? I'm not clear on
I love pie. And I'll come out now with the pie. Did y'all see Akashi leave? Yeah.
Quietly,
Okay.
they walked past.
They'll be back. Don't worry. They just have been.
They all right?
They've been through an ordeal, and it's not my story to tell. But
Right.
usually
it's
this
something.
this office shows up to people who've seen or experienced the scariest or worst thing that they've ever experienced of the supernatural, super unnatural, etc., etc. Anyway, do you lot have any questions? Who wants this pie? I'm gonna have some of this
It's sent
pie.
it over here. I'll go ahead and cut it
Yeah.
up for us.
Oh yeah. Oh okay. Yeah. Here we go.
I got
Please.
a pocket knife. Hold on a second.
Man, I feel like there's stories about stepping through doors and eating food that's offered and it's like bad for
Oh
you.
yeah,
Is that a thing?
that's fairies. I hate to use that.
Yeah.
This
Oh.
is like a safe space. I feel like for the most part I can say anything, but that is that is the
Fine.
fae, and that realm is real, by the way.
Yeah.
That you
Okay.
do not take food.
Cool.
Yeah.
But this is fine. Is
yeah,
me
yeah.
eating
I'm not.
this like
Do
signing
I
a
look
contract?
do I look like an elf to you?
Alder, I'm gonna be honest.
I mean, I'm okay with
You-
that. That's a
You could
compliment.
be
I feel like.
you could be completely otherworldly and I'd buy it.
I mean, I am, but not in that way.
What
Anyway.
does that mean?
It means I investigate the other world.
Oh, okay. I thought there was something else to that.
No.
Anyways, pie, anyone? I mean,
Yes,
I'm definitely
please,
going
I'll
to eat
have
this
a
regardless.
slice. Yeah.
Yes, I
Yep.
haven't had one since Mama made it.
Oh, yeah. It strangely smells like the same pie that I had over at the diner. Weird.
So
Well, anyways, probably a dream.
Probably.
if we're here to help you, you said we're here to help you
Yeah.
solve a mystery. Is that
Yes.
right?
Yeah. Well, I
Right.
mean, I
Let's-
think you're here to work at the office, which means the next person to walk through that door, assuming it's not Akachi, it probably has a problem, and we need to help them with it. That's how it works.
Right.
Now, I will tell you, it's sometimes scary stuff, like what you saw in that photograph, Gus. It's sometimes things
Yeah.
like that. And it can
Things
be,
like that can come through the door.
no, not through the door. I mean, somebody comes through saying they saw something like that, and then we have to help them with it. Yeah. Or we have to find the thing.
Oh.
Sometimes, like, we're finding artifacts or anchors that people have, items, objects of power, that kind of thing. Sometimes we're making sure they're in a safe spot, aka the storeroom. Or, sometimes we're, I don't know, righting otherworldly wrongs or something, kind of balance, something like that.
Alder, am I allowed to take notes?
Yeah,
Excuse me.
please do.
Okay.
Take all the notes in the world. You're going to need them.
Just gonna write objects of
Yeah.
power. If that's cool.
Yeah, just
I might
redact
abbreviate that
anything.
to OOP.
Yep.
Yeah,
Oop
redact.
works. Hey,
Sure.
I like oop. Oop
All
works
right.
really well. Yeah.
Oop.
Yeah.
So what do we call us? What exactly are we?
Oh, that's a good question. There's like an acronym on the door, and frankly, I don't really, I don't know what it stands for. We've got a couple of theories, but I don't know. I think I've been calling it Department of Unsolved Mysteries.
That's dumb.
Sure is. Sure is.
This is the hour, the darkest place. Dante's Inferno, the devil's maze. It's a good world gone bad, where we stumble around trying to find or be found. 'Cause we all walk the same good world gone bad.
Thank you guys for coming out to the premiere. We're going to go ahead and raid somebody now, but thank you so much. That was amazing. And yes, you did see that right in the credits and in the intro. You can follow along. What does that mean exactly? You can find out by going to red.follow-the-thread.net. All right. See you next time.